If you're watching this, you probably need to lock in. You probably aren't at the place you want to be, and that's okay. But if you aren't taking steps towards getting there, then you better start now because it doesn't matter if you don't try. Stop thinking of failure as the end-all be-all. Failure means that you're on your way to success, and if you don't experience failure, then you're either A, super lucky, or B, aren't trying hard enough, and most people are the latter. You only get one chance at this life. Every single day that you live is the last day you will be that exact age, ever. And you're one step closer to not being here anymore. You need to take steps every single day towards your goal. Failure, or at least absolute failure, cannot even be a consideration in your mind. And it's not a joke when I say it's either succeed or die trying, because I'd rather have never lived than to never accomplish my dreams. I'm nowhere near accomplishing my dreams, but at least the starting line is behind me. I saw a quote the other day that said some people see that it's raining and wait for it to pass, but people who stand still will get wet anyway, so you might as well walk forward. It doesn't have to be some extravagant step forward, that's some pivotal thing in your life, because you can't have a pivotal moment every single day, but what you can have is a step towards your goal. Don't wait for the right moment. I don't care if you click off my video right now and start doing what you've always wanted, because then my goal has been accomplished. You need to want it, not just want it when you're in a bad mood and wish you had something great. You have to live your goals, you have to work on them, you have to start, but if you never start, then why do you keep expecting it to become a reality? Hi, my name is Wisteria, and I make videos to help people who are in a similar situation to me. People who have big dreams and are in the process of working towards them. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you liked and subscribed, so I can make more videos like this and to help me accomplish my dream. If you have a dream that you would like to share, drop it in the comments and I would love to read through all of them. Growing up, I never was a really flashy person. What I mean by this is I never had something that I was super good at that everyone could look at me and go, this kid's gonna take this somewhere. My brother, on the other hand, is a very good athlete. Inadvertently, he got all the attention from people, which is partially my doing because I was very introverted and didn't want the attention. But when I got older, I started to want the attention, and it never came because I never had anything great enough for people to acknowledge. You see, some people have extremely specific goals, but my goals are super broad. I don't have any specifics laid out yet. Those will come with time. But what I do know is that I want something that I can look at, and no matter what other people think, I can take a step back and look at something amazing that I did. That's it. I didn't need something extravagant. I don't need something extravagant. I want to be able to acknowledge my work and get the attention that I never got. At first, I thought this was selfish, but never shame yourself for wanting acknowledgement. It's normal for someone to want acknowledgement. When we grew up in tribes and villages, we evolved to see the leader as accomplished, and it was a competitive position, so everyone would fight for it and the attention that came with it. So if you want something as simple as attention from other people, accomplish that goal. But again, to reiterate, temporary failure is fine, but dying without succeeding is not. I'm not saying you have to be one of those finance bros that makes $1 billion or something like that when it's all a course that they sell, it's a scam, but do what your version of success is and try your hardest to get there. At some point, you have to become fed up with only working towards your goals when you feel like it and find a way to keep walking forward even though you would rather be doing literally anything else. I caught myself in a cycle for years of feeling sad, thinking about how I wanted to succeed, then the next day waking up super hyped to accomplish my goal, and once the emotions fizzle out, I would go back to normal. You have to figure out how to want it all the time. Something I did to get myself to do something even when I don't want to is write down every single time that I have felt bad in any way about not accomplishing my goals, and that list gets so long that you have to keep going because if you see the amount of times you feel bad, you start to realize how much it means to you and you do it anyway. I didn't want to voice over this script right now, but I did it because I looked back and saw I haven't been happy, so I did it. Another thing that seems kind of silly at first is looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself that there's no other option and that you will succeed. Self-affirmation is scientifically proven to work. Now, you have to do it correctly because if you tell yourself that you're feeling a certain way when you aren't, it can actually be detrimental, but I never tell myself how I feel or how to feel. I only tell myself that no matter how I feel, I will succeed someday, and it really does help. My confidence in myself has gone up a lot. I still have off days, and there are still days where I don't believe that I can do it, but I live every day to prove myself wrong. Something that took me a very long time to learn, that almost pisses me off for how long it took me to learn, is that you have to learn there's no excuse that works. People will understand your problems, but the world doesn't. The world doesn't care about your excuses, and as sad as it is, even on the days where it seems impossible, whether that be time constraints, resistance, if you haven't seen that video of mine, I'd recommend you go watch it, or anything else that you can't make excuses for. I've been really trying to lock in on my diet recently, and I caught myself making excuses for big events. I would tell myself that my friends were over so I could eat whatever I wanted just for this day. And if it was truly one day, then it would be 100% fine. But allowing yourself to come up with these excuses will probably lead to what happened to me, which was finding an excuse for almost anything and eating whatever I want pretty consistently, which will lead to me 100% stopping my progress, and it would also destroy me. So just don't let yourself make excuses, and choose very, very wisely what days you let be your excuse day. I want you to pause the video and think about, either if it's late at night for you, what it would look like if you woke up tomorrow and started putting in 100% effort towards your goal, or if it's still early in the day, immediately after this video starting. Think about what action you would take. It doesn't need to be some 8-hour grind, but truly think about what that action would be. Your goal could be to get a job that you want, or it could be to become some extremely famous celebrity, or solve some major world problem. The scale does not matter. I promise you, no one has ever given 100% of their effort and not succeeded at some point in some way. And to be clear, 100% effort does not mean waking up every day and doing some insane grind. There will be some days where you work for 5 minutes and feel like you make no progress. But that 5 minutes is absolutely better than 0. You will still have your off days, but full effort is very easily distinguishable, and you will subconsciously know if you put in the work, and it'll affect your mood and how you act. People will probably call you corny and every name in the book, but use that as motivation, because the same people hating on you will become the people who try to act like they knew you, or praise your name. This doesn't mean that you should cut off the people who are truly supportive of you, and you did know you throughout these efforts. But any real friend will see that you're trying your best, and even if it is a little cringe, they will support you the entire way. I was at work thinking about the new movie Obsession, and while I haven't seen the movie yet, I really want to. I was thinking about how the actors in that movie, specifically Indy Navarrete, blew up overnight, and how their lives are forever changed, and how I'm stuck walking into work, and the only people that know my name are friends, family, and whoever's in that workplace. And while I'd already been walking towards my goals with this YouTube channel, something changed when that popped in my head. It was like this fire that had been burning inside had been directed towards my goal. Going more into that fire analogy, I was telling my friend how I imagined this fire when I was unemployed, and I would feel like there was no progress towards anything in my life. And I had this fire that I could do something amazing with, but without direction, it would only burn me. Once I got my job, I realized that I had to lock in and really try to come up with my goal and work towards accomplishing it. But it still didn't feel like it was fully directed at that. When I had that thought that it was all over if I didn't accomplish my goal, it felt like that fire had finally been redirected onto something else, and my self-doubt faded. I immediately felt that my goal was going to be accomplished, and there's nothing that could stop that from coming true. For the longest time, I thought I had to have this major event or major change to finally start working towards my goal, when it really is just as simple as starting. It literally takes a split-second decision to decide to start, and from that moment forward, you can decide that you're going to do it. It's such an amazing thing and makes me excited for what I'm going to do, and it should make you excited too, because there's so many people trying to accomplish their goals off of hating themselves for not being what they want to be. But what plant do you know of that can grow no matter how much you water it if the soil isn't healthy? So go and accomplish that goal, and don't let anybody or anything stop you. If no one else believes in you, then be the person who believes in yourself. Make a bet on yourself. Make a bet that you can accomplish it, and every time you feel like giving up, just remember that immediately after you stop trying, you will start to feel dissatisfied again. So to leave off this video, I want to point to the title, that failure isn't an option. And until you're no longer on this earth where your goal has been accomplished, keep trying and keep your head high while you're doing it. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you liked, subscribed, or commented, or do anything to support the video. If you take anything from this video, I want it to be that you are capable of doing hard things, and the only thing limiting you is yourself. So remember to keep trying hard, because if you do, it will all work out in the end. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, God bless.